I do have two questions. What is Armin, bro?
What is Armin?
What is Armin? Is Armin a boy or a girl?
Oh, that's you, man.
I want to get an anime person on here, so
All right.
I want to know: is Attack on Titan? Where is it in your top in your rank of like anime? Like, give me your top five.
Oh, my top five, like as of right now, I'm gonna say
Trade Technician.
All right, man, we back. What's good, people? We got a very special guest, my boy River. First time on the new since we've been doing movies. I think last time we were just kind of
last time we talked about what was it?
man.
Was
We
Star
talk
Wars?
about aliens. We talking about everything,
Everything.
bro. We was. I had to. It's funny because I was talking about this with the last people that was on here. How I had to narrow it down because I feel like in our community we talk about everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every time I ask a person, "What's your podcast about?" Oh, it's about the latest trend. I'm like, everybody do that already.
That'll
You know what I mean?
that's gonna change up all the time. It's
That's
like,
going right. You know what I'm saying? And then that only works if you're already famous.
true.
So like academics and them type of people, they can do that because we kind of want to know what they think. Me, nobody want to know what Royce think about Cardi B or whoever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even care about Charlie like that, to be honest. So I feel like I wasn't being honest to myself, and as a person who liked to watch movies, I was like, man, I might as well just do something more niche.
Right.
And-
Nah, I feel you.
Yeah. So I always, in my free time, I'm always watching a show. I got it on in the background or something like that while I'm doing other work. So I'm like, let me be true to myself. So
Right. I feel
Yeah.
like that's necessary. You know, so
Yeah.
you gotta stick to your roots so you know what you're doing.
exactly. So that's why we had to do it. So today we're talking about Attack on Titan seasons 2 through 3.5.
Yeah.
2 through 3.5. We already did season 1. I mean, we can recap a little bit on season 1 too, but 2 through 3.5 only because I didn't really realize that the second half of 3 isn't season 4.
See, that was my thing too. Like they split up season 3 and season 4 in half. You know what
Oh,
I'm
they
saying?
did
So,
that to season
yeah,
4 too.
Season 4, like part 2 is coming out in January 9th. So what I'm thinking is I'm probably gonna re-binge the whole thing
I
leading
need
up
to,
to where
bro.
leading up to where season 2 gonna start off. Part 2 of season 4 is gonna start off and I
Yeah.
can just run right into it.
Yeah. This is one of those shows you gotta binge. It's best when you binge.
Oh yeah.
If you leave off, it's so much you gonna miss. When you come back, you like, wait, this happened? Like you kind of forget.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I caught myself trying to like watch a little quick recap because I'm like, man, it's been a minute since I watched Attack on Titan.
Right.
I
Yeah.
try to watch a little quick recap. I'm like, okay, yeah, 10 minutes. I can watch that and get all that.
Nah.
They
You know
went over
what?
so many details that like went over my head and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I was like, bro, it's
Yeah.
deep. Like it's deep politics, it's betrayal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. It's more than just, you know what I'm saying, giants eating humans. They're
Right.
trying to figure out where the giants come from now.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like, okay, maybe I need to go back and pay attention to some things because like they make reference to stuff that happened in the beginning. And it was stuff like, oh, okay, yeah, we just looked over that. All of that stuff ties in.
It all ties in.
It
bro.
all ties in.
It's crazy because like when we did the first review, I remember saying that I didn't really like that the extra stuff. But when I got later into season 3, I was like, oh, I do like it because my biggest problem, I was comparing it to Walking Dead, but the zombies were bigger.
Yeah.
And so for me, what Walking Dead fell off is when they started doing the extra stuff and they stopped focusing on the zombies. Like their point, where they were in their prime is when they were focusing on zombies and the zombie kills.
Right.
And when they brought in, I guess the governor was cool. When they started bringing in all the other extra cities and all this, I'm like, all right, man, let's wrap this
I
shit
think
up.
that's probably about around the time I stopped. Like I fell off of Walking Dead too.
Right. I think
Okay.
everybody did when all that stuff happened because you didn't have the thrill of the zombies no more.
Right.
And so I was like, I was hoping this show didn't go that route because they started focusing more on the political stuff. And then when I seen season 3, I was like, oh, damn, this makes sense. I was like, okay, I like it. Like the story is dope.
It's like if the story can make the politics and everything tie in, it
Yeah.
makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
I guess it's like if you're a fan of Star Wars, trying to explain Star Wars to somebody who's not a fan, it's so much that goes into like, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that goes on in the background. It's
Yep.
like, why this one killed that one? It's like, well,
Yep.
you gotta
Yep.
know what happened 2 movies ago to know what happened behind all of that.
Exactly. And also I think what caters to that too is in Walking Dead, all the side stuff didn't really have anything to do. Like you're saying, it doesn't you can't. It doesn't really matter. It don't tie into the earlier seasons.
Right.
This is like a branch of what was going. They're doing this like as a result of the zombie outbreak. But in like Attack on Titan, you get the outbreak, but then you get, oh, wait a minute, all this other stuff was because they doing this and they're also involved in the outbreak. It ties in.
Right.
So it's like, oh, dang, all this stuff ties in where it's not another, it don't seem like another story. It all ties together.
And the wild thing is, like, when you look at it now, and they make reference to stuff that was going on back then, it was like, how come nobody was talking about this? How come
Right.
everybody was, you know what I'm saying, everybody just shook? You know what I'm saying? A giant
Yeah.
just come peek over the fence and everything, and everybody just shook.
Yeah.
How come nobody knew anything about this? And you go back and you watch the flashbacks, and it's like, nah, people knew.
People knew.
People knew they was getting bumped off.
Yeah.
Bumped off by the secret police.
Man, it's crazy.
It's
so
wild, bro.
I do have two questions. Let's start with my first question. Is Attack on Titan, where is it in your top, in your rank of like anime? 'Cause I know you were the anime. I want to get an anime person on here. So
All right.
I want to know, where is it at?
All right. So,
Like, give me your top 5.
my top 5, like, as of right now, I'm going to say my top 5 can vary because it's like I got classics that'll never leave the top 5, but then
Yeah.
I got a top 5 of just, what I'm watching right now.
Okay,
As far as
so
what I'm watching right now, I
yeah.
say the best ones are, of course, I'm waiting on Demon Slayer to pick up.
Okay, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Attack on Titan, I would probably say is 4th in my top 5, right behind Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, I heard that's another good one.
And what's at the bottom? What's number 5? Because, like, I know Mob Psycho is up there for number 2.
Is this your all time or right now?
It's just right now.
Right now.
Like, the stuff that I'm watching right now,
Where is Death Note in there?
Death Note's not my top 5.
It's not okay,
It's not-
but
it's not my
I
top
heard that
5
was
for
real
me.
good, and that's what I'm planning on watching.
It was good.
Okay.
No, don't get me wrong. It was good, but I've watched a lot of anime. Like,
Yeah.
Death
Yeah.
Note is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just not one of mine.
Is this not okay? Okay.
I would put Attack on Titan probably like, I'll give it the 3rd spot in my top.
Third
5.
spot?
Yeah,
What's your top 2?
man. Right now, the stuff that I'm watching is Demon Slayer and Mob Psycho. The Mob Psycho
He
finna
said
come out
Mob
with season 3. And bro, if you like Attack on Titan, I think you might like Mob. Anybody that likes One Punch Man,
Yeah.
like Mob. That's all I'm gonna leave it.
Mob is number 1.
Mob is number 2. Demon Slayer is number 1.
Demon Slayer's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta try Mob Psycho. I like the stuff that's gonna make you think, but also like a good visual too. So
Like, yeah, Mob Psycho is definitely that.
that's it.
It's
Okay.
definitely that.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
like it deals with a kid that's trying to control his powers and his emotions while he's going through puberty at the same time. Which
Okay.
is
I like that.
kind of more in depth than how they talk about it in My Hero, because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, the kids are growing up, they're understanding their powers.
Right.
In Mob Psycho, it's like, oh, he's a regular kid going to middle school. There's only one girl that he likes, and all the rest of the girls, like, they has like vegetables and chicken nuggets and stuff like that. Like, he don't see none of these other girls, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
every other girl is just, what
They
I'm saying,
for the
a piece of-
streets.
yeah, they for the streets.
They for the
birds,
streets.
you
I
know what I'm
like
saying? But
that.
it's
Okay.
one girl that
Okay.
actually has a human head, and you know what I'm saying, that never changes throughout the whole thing. That's the only person he focused on. So instead of him trying, and he knows, in the back of his mind, he knows how cold he is with his powers, but he wants to be good at being a regular person. So at the end of the season, he's trying to like join the fitness club, and
Right.
some stuff, so he can run. But the joke throughout season 2 is he ain't got no coordination. He can't run. He's not fast. He's not strong. But he's still in the fitness club, and the rest of the people in the fitness club be hyping him up. And it's like, yeah, nah, hey, you can do this. If we can do this, because we started where you was at, you know what I'm saying? You can do this. And it's like, if I'm cold with my powers, I'm pretty sure I could be cold at regular stuff too.
But does he ever? Well, I don't want to know. Never mind. I'm on way. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch.
You gotta check it out.
I gotta watch. I'm trying to get more into my anime bag, so I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I'll check
You
it out
got
for
time,
sure.
because I know some of these things, like they run on and on and on. Like anybody that talks about One Piece or Bleach or Dragon Ball knows that these things will run forever. And honestly, the stuff that I like that's in my classic top 5 are stories that have a beginning and a clear ending.
In the clearing, yeah.
Trigun,
yeah.
Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, all these great stories.
Brotherhood?
Beginning, Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Okay.
Brotherhood. You know what? I say Brotherhood is 2 and Full Metal Alchemist is 5 as far as my top 5
I haven't.
classic goes.
Everybody tells me to watch Brotherhood. I binged Brotherhood and I liked it. I did.
I like the way that the first story went, You know what I'm saying? But that kind of gave us the basis that made Brotherhood as good as it
Brother.
was. 'Cause
But I feel
there's
like
nothing
I didn't have
compared
to watch the first one. After watching Brotherhood by itself, I was like, I don't have to watch the first one.
That's the best thing about it. Like the first one, the story kind of gets. The story is mostly similar throughout.
Yeah.
Like all the key events happen and stuff like that. The timing is just different.
Right.
And one of the main villains at the end is somebody totally different.
Okay. Okay.
But nah, Brotherhood got way more action.
Man, I
Way
got a
more lit.
couple. Now I got like I just branched off to like 5 questions now. So okay, hold up. Dragon Ball Z is not in your top all time. I got 2.
Dragon Ball Z.
It'll be in
If
mine.
I had a top 10, Dragon Ball Z would be 6.
It'll be 6.
It would be 6. And like it's a big one that's out there, you know what I'm saying? But it's a story that doesn't end. And it's like it gets time consuming to try to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Considering you got all these they got all these good characters, these side characters, these villains, and
Right.
everything. They show up for a season, Goku whoops up on them, and then they just part of the family. It's like, give me a challenge or give me something that somebody else can solve.
I got you.
That's what something. I think that's something that people like kind of drew towards Naruto about because it was like it's not all about Naruto. Sometimes somebody else can solve the problem. Sometimes
Mm,
somebody else can be the problem.
right,
Somebody else, the
right.
hero, can be the problem. You know what I'm saying? And to tie back in Attack on Titan, season 4, if you haven't caught on to it, Aaron's gonna become the problem.
Interesting.
Not the main problem, but you'll see.
I gotta see it. You got to season 4 already.
I've watched some of the recaps and everything. Like, I'm not spoiling nothing, but Aaron has an agenda that nobody else agrees with.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess what that could be. Because so far, what I like, that's another thing. It might be a little narcissistic, but what I like about the season so far, I predicted it right. Like in the season 1, I predicted that, well, I had watched some of season 2, but season 1, I predicted that Aaron's dad kind of used him as a fail-safe. So injected him with the serum to make him, because he was forced to create the Titans.
Right.
So he injected Aaron with the fail-safe just in case, as a backup plan to fight the Titans. Which kind of, yeah.
And it's like it's corruption on corruption, and it's like corruption used against corruption to end all the
To
corruption.
end all the corruption, right. But that's a smart idea. Like, if I'm forced to do something, okay, I'm going to make this fail-safe plan to fight back on it. And it's nothing they can do. But yeah, it's a lot of corruption, like you said.
Yeah, because it's like if there wasn't corruption in the royal family in the first place, then Aaron's dad wouldn't have been in the position to do what he did.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
In the same sense, to tie this back to Full Metal Alchemist, in the same sense, I don't think Hohenheim would have did what he had to do, you know what I'm saying, with his sons if he wasn't put in the position that he was in.
Facts. Yeah. That's true. When you in a certain position, you got to make those hard choices. So.
And that's the wild part about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's true. Well, if we're going to talk about both of these shows, I always say there's two people that remind me of each other in both shows. Captain Levi and, I can't remember the guy's name in Full Metal. Mustang and Captain.
Yeah.
Are they similar to you? To me, every time I was like, bro, he reminds me of Mustang. And if I see Mustang, I say he reminds me of Levi.
I would definitely say they're similar. Like, not even just in personality, in design, in attitude.
Everything, right?
You know what I'm saying? He's got like a real, you know what I'm saying, Mustang type way of handling things. It's like Mustang would be like, okay, cool. We finna get in here, try to take care of this as quickly and cleanly as possible, and get right back to chilling.
Right.
Levi was like, all right, cool. We finna do this as quickly and quietly as possible and get right back to hiding.
Yeah. Right. Like, they don't look for the smoke unless they got to, but once they do, they pulling up.
They hide in the smoke.
Yeah.
They hide in the smoke.
They hide in the smoke. Yeah. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that leads me to this question. What is Armin, bro?
What is Armin?
What is Armin? Is Armin a boy or a girl?
Oh, that's you, man. I just assumed Armin was a boy from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because I had no other reason to, you know what I'm saying, assume otherwise. But I don't know. It never really just like, you know what I'm saying, came out of the fact
It don't matter. It really don't
you know what I'm
matter.
saying? It doesn't affect the story.
It doesn't
I'm
affect
like,
the story. I love that. But
what's wild is, bro, even if you look back at it, it's like it could go either way.
it can go either way. That's crazy.
And the story doesn't change.
And the story doesn't change. I love that. That's dope.
They probably
I don't
gonna
even
tell us
want to
in
know.
the
I
last
was going to look it
episode.
up, but I don't even want to know. It don't matter.
They're going to tell us at the last episode.
They're going to tell the last episode.
They're going to be like, hey, Armin's getting married.
Armin going to show up pregnant.
They be like, hey, Armin's getting married. We're going to pull up to the wedding. And it's gonna cut the credits before the
It's
wedding.
gonna cut on. You don't know what it. You don't know a bride or groom. Man, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. All right, so let's get into this story, man. So we got a lot to unpack. Season 2. I'm gonna try to refresh our memories a little bit with it. So what I do remember, what I notated watching it, the Talking Beast Titans, who controls the Titans. That was the first time I was like, wait, something more is going on.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more going on with
Like,
this.
honestly, Attack on Titan is one of those things that just piles upon itself. Like from the time that you discovered the Titans, to the time that you found out there were people fighting against the Titans, to the time that you found out that there were hordes of Titans outside the walls, to the time that you found out Eren could turn into a Titan, to the time that you found out Maria could turn into a Titan, to the time that you found out that you could communicate with Titans and Titans were working together.
And they were inside the walls too.
And then the hairy one was talking, right? I'm like, bro, half the time I don't even know what to expect next.
Exactly. Like season 2, to me, I still think season 2 is my favorite. So far, we going right now between 1 through 3.5. Through right now, season 2 is my favorite. And like with everything that went through in season 2, like when they were hiding in the castle at the end where Eren is controlling the Titans, he was able to control them. Like, man,
He didn't even completely understand it.
he didn't even understand it. He didn't understand it.
All he knew was there was a reason that the government wasn't trying to kill him, instead of just capture him.
And I think watching through 3, I think I know why now. Well, I mean, they kind of said why.
Yeah.
And that's interesting too. I want to get to 3. We're gonna get to that a little later. But why does Sarah eat so much, bro? That's another thing I've been worrying about.
Why does Sarah eat so much?
Yeah. Is there? Did they kind of? Is that gonna be a spoiler for the future? Or?
I don't know. You think your metabolism changes as a Titan? It's like,
I mean, that's all Titans do is eat. I think it's something to her eating a lot. Like maybe it's just her character thing. Like we notice who she is because she likes to eat so much.
it could be.
I thought that was like, but I'm thinking maybe it could be more than that.
I don't know. In the recaps that I watched so far, nothing has alluded to that being like significant, but you never know.
You never know.
We don't even know if there's gonna be another season beyond this.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we know what they done with the anime, but you know how they are with like remakes and readaptations and stuff like that, extended series and stuff.
yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? We don't know yet. And there's a season 5 too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a season 5. So yeah. So after that, we go to Connie. His village was rampage, but there was no casualties. But that big Titan that was on his house, who didn't have legs or the legs were too weak to move,
Yeah.
it talked. And that was the first time we really seen Titan who wasn't hairy, I guess, other than the other Titan. But that's the first time we seen one try to speak. And they kind of hinted at that was his mom at that point. It was like, welcome home. You just look like you want to say something, but you don't want to spoil.
Okay, that's basically what it is. So we can move on to the next question.
All right, cool.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I want to spoil it.
Yeah. So we get to the castle where Rainer, Berthold, Krista at this point. We got Amir, Connie, a couple other people in there while they're hiding in this castle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because, well, at this point, I think Rainer's starting to figure out Amir is a Titan. We don't know at this point, but yeah, he's starting to kind of figure out because he's read this language. He's like, how you can read this and nobody else can read? You know what I mean?
I remember that.
Yeah, that was fire. That whole scene where they're in the castle was dope. Amir in his Krista's at this point flashback was told us a lot of. And that was kind of like where we were starting to get into the politics of it.
Yeah.
So basically, Krista was walking. I guess it was a guy named Daz or something like that. Krista was trying to commit suicide by faking like she was trying to save him, and she was carrying him. But Amir, I guess she overheard a conversation between the Monobu or whoever that Krista was heir to the throne, basically. So she was like the Jon Snow. She was the bastard daughter. And like she was trying to commit suicide because they forced her or sent her. It's like the only way you can stay alive is you go sign up for the Scout Corps.
As far as the flashback goes, it doesn't give you enough, but it gives you kind of like, how can I explain this? When it all finally makes sense, that's gonna be the first thing that makes you go, oh, that's gonna be your first aha moment. It's gonna be another flashback that's gonna tie everything together, and it's not gonna be her flashback. It's gonna be somebody else's flashback.
So you talking about when Aaron has a flashback
Yeah,
and they touch him and he has a flashback.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna get yeah. And that I know that part. I know that part.
That's the flashback that ties everything together,
Right.
and
Which is crazy.
really that's where the fandom is kind of like up in arms right now because they're trying to figure out like everybody with these stories, everybody wants to believe the protagonist is always the good guy, is always gonna make the right decisions, so it's always gonna make the best decisions. It gets to a point now where Aaron is making the most selfish decisions,
So I haven't got to that part yet.
basically. In
So
season
that's
4,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I kind of like my protagonists like that. Like if is he making like Punisher decisions where he like, man, look, we got to kill people, man. You know what I mean? You see, people got to go. Is he making those type of decisions where you like, it's kind of messed up, but I understand? Or is it like, nah, it's just straight up like, you shouldn't be doing this?
I'm not gonna spoil nothing. It's
Okay,
It's whatever
okay.
you think. It's whatever you think
Okay,
it is.
okay. All right, I'll wait for it. Okay, let me talk about my favorite person in this show, which I think this is consensus.
All right.
Mikasa, the best.
Yeah.
It's nobody, bro. She's the if she die, she's if we talking about Walking Dead, she's Daryl.
Yeah.
She's Daryl, bro.
Yeah.
Like Mikasa.
Mikasa is, look, everybody else is a scout. Mikasa's a soldier.
Mikasa's a soldier, bro. I can't, bro. I love Mikasa. Everybody else can die. Mikasa got to stay, bro. You know, at this point, I'll keep watching the she on there. Like the part in season 2 when we got to the end where they okay, we didn't even get to the part where Rainer and Berthold, I don't even like the dude's name, but anyway, they telling Aaron why they were really there. They were there to like basically kill all the humans, but they were like they wanted to take Aaron with them back to where they're from.
Right.
And so they basically have this standoff, and Aaron already knew about it. I like how they played that. Like it was a flashback where they were putting 2 and 2 together and saying how like in season 1 how it the Titans flanked from the right and how they knew and all the other stuff. And they kind of already knew that Rainer and Berthold something was up with them.
Mhm.
And so when they were revealing it, Aaron had to play it cool and was like, nah, I can't go with y'all. He was like, nah, I'm good. I can't go with y'all. And then Mikasa came up there wilding out. But like that whole fight scene happened, and then they end up at the end of the fight scene, they end up taking him,
Mhm.
and he has no arms at this point. But I mean, from that point, we just kind of going between that and in the end. But at the end of that, where Story was telling Mikasa, they'll kill Amir if she doesn't do what they say. And Mikasa was like, look, man, I can't save everybody in this bitch. You know what I mean? I can only save one person, and I'm only looking out for Aaron. You know what I mean?
Understood.
Yeah, she understood this. She was like, look, man, I don't give a fuck about what's going on. What you got to do? I got to look out for mine. I got to look out for mine,
Hey,
which is Aaron.
Politics, but when you got yours, politics don't matter.
Exactly. And she like, man, look, she wasn't even, everybody else, like, I think Rainer tried to give her this sob story of how, yeah, I didn't mean to do it. No, I think it was Berthold. Which one was it?
I think it was Berthold.
It was Berthold who started giving this long ass sob story. Like, yeah, I didn't mean to do it. We really were. I really cared for y'all. She was like, yeah, nigga, but if you don't release him, I'm about to fuck you up. She was basically like, yeah.
I hear you, but you understand why I'm here.
Right. He's like, yeah, I didn't come out here for nothing. You know what I mean? So release him or you got to go. I like Mikasa is always going to be her, and she's real stoic.
Yeah.
And she can be tough. She cares about Aaron almost to a fault sometimes. But man, she dope, bro.
It's because like in a broader aspect, we don't see like, you know what I'm saying? You don't see a powerful stoic female love interest like that. And she like had a type of love for Aaron that like, you know what I'm saying, gotta look out for him, gotta protect him.
Right.
As opposed to gotta get saved by him or gotta keep him out of trouble or something like that. It's like, no, you smart enough to know what you're doing, but if things go south, I got your back.
Right. Bro, hold up. I'm glad you said that because I need to emphasize this. On this show, I have a tendency to like be talking about. I don't know if you've seen Squid Games.
I've seen some of it.
You seen some of it? Okay. But that was the last time I've done it. So I'll be talking about like females and how Americans, like I joke a lot about it, how they make stuff. But I said if Squid Games was Americanized, I'm not watching it because it's not gonna be about Squid Games no more. It's gonna be about other stuff, relationships, and Squid Games gonna come second.
Right.
In this show, the fact that like let's say America or Hollywood had this show. Mikasa would definitely be Aaron's girlfriend. I don't know how they're going to do that out later in the show, but up to this point,
right,
Mikasa will be his girlfriend, obviously, or somebody will be trying to push them together, try to ship them together, and then she will be a damsel in distress. She wouldn't be as much as a badass. She'll be way more emotional, annoying girl that we couldn't stand.
Right.
They're showing it don't have to be all that. She can be this is a strong female lead.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we be talking about. We were like talking about a strong female lead, a person that I can't be like, yo, did she suck? This is I love her. She's my favorite person in this show. Like, I mean.
One of the most level-headed, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Again, when stuff went down, when people started getting killed, she knew what to do.
She knew exactly what to do. She not panicking. She if anything, I didn't like Aaron at first. I couldn't stand Aaron. Second season, he got better. First season, he was a whiny little brat. I didn't like him, dog. I really didn't.
I think that's every protagonist in every anime. Their first season, they gonna cry. They gonna.
Yeah, the animes are exaggerated a little bit.
They're gonna stick their chest out a little bit.
That's true. He's like, nigga, I'm the protagonist. Y'all about to, you know what I mean?
The show is all down. So hold on, wait a minute. This is me.
This is my show. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, but I'm saying it's strong female. I love Mikasa, dog. She's my favorite part of this show. I had the question which was answered in season 3, but are the Titans just people that are swallowed? I had that. I was like, man, 'cause I think, I don't know if they asked that in this or something like that, but some made me ask that question.
You'll find out in season 4.
So season 3 kind of answered that too, because they were saying like, if you had the Titan power and you ate somebody, well, if you were a Titan and you ate somebody who had a Titan power, you can turn back to a human and you get their power.
Yeah.
So, which is odd to me, but I want to know how people get their power where they can change back and forth at will. They haven't really answered that. They might answer season. It seems like season 4 got all the answers.
Season 4 got all.
Season 4. Okay.
Answers, bro.
Okay. So we get into season 3 now. If y'all haven't seen season 3, y'all check out. Come back. You know, we about to get into season 3. Appreciate y'all for sticking with us though.